In terms of some of the most pressing things that I see that are important to helping this debate move forward or helping us to start working on the problem of global warming, I think one of the first things is to actually pretty concretely define what it is that we're up against. And this is where better leadership would be really helpful. There's a difference between energy policy and environmental policy, right? There's a difference between what are we doing about alternative fuels and what are we doing about CO2. They're linked in one very crucial way. Irregardless of global warming, irregardless of CO2, there is a finite amount of fossil fuels, whether we're at peak oil now or will be in 40 years. I don't want to get into that. I don't even know the answer to that, right? But it is absolutely true that the infinite source of energy that's out there that for us to use is the sun. And the faster we get there, the better. But in terms of energy policy, that's what's in front of us. So whether it's photovoltaics or solar thermal, it doesn't really matter. The energy that is available at the scale at which we need it, at which we need to replace fossil fuels, is the sun. There's just no getting around that. Where it links up with CO2 is that time is of the essence. Because as we burn more fossil fuels, as we put more CO2 into the atmosphere, we are continuing to conduct this experiment that we don't know the answer to. There are huge economic consequences to trying to turn off the CO2 drop, ones that will probably kill more poor people than they will rich people, right? There are real moral issues involved here in what you do about switching from fossil fuel based to solar based. But the fact that we need to do it is just there. That is clear. And where global warming comes in is that it would very much help to do it sooner rather than later. It's very much true that acting locally works for healing globally. And that's a trite phrase, but it's one I absolutely believe in. Conservation in your house, conservation in your daily life makes a difference. The less we use, the less we have to find. It's just true. There are absolutely some national scale systems that would be great. If we could redo the energy grid to be, quote, a smart grid, that would help a lot in taking the energy that we already have and using it more efficiently. That's not something you can do just by yourself or that you can do by giving to Greenwish, right? But it's one of the things that's on the list that if you were willing to sort of say, okay, I see the facts that are in front of me, and be one of those people that says, this is just a problem, let's figure out how to solve it, that's a huge help, right? That's part of helping to solve the problem, regardless of your political party.